How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here. Today we are gonna talk about Black Adam. The movie is here. Uh, First and foremost, spoiler alert. I'm gonna be talking about the movie. Please click off if you haven't seen it already. Any comment that says you posted spoiler, I'm gonna delete it, and will ban you from my channel. Anyway, so Black Adam. This movie, it takes place in Kondak, which I don't think is a real place. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong though. Anyway, it tells the story of a champion, and how while it was peaceful for a time, uh, eventually it kind of, a king came in and enslaved his people, to create a dark magic crown type thing. But a champion arose. One the wizards of Shazam gave him powers, the stamina of Shu, the swiftness of Heru, the strength of Amon, the wisdom of Zahudi, the power of Aton, and the courage of Mehen. Now, then the champion rose to save his people and all this funny business, right? But in the ensuing fight, the castle of the king fell and the people were freed. And now we're in the present day, right? We see a kid on a skateboard, as you do. Oh, apparently Inner Gang has taken over Kondak, which, great. Super powered champion of magic, and the people are still enslaved. Ain't that great? Anyway, so we see the kid. Oh, they're being stopped by Inner Gang, and apparently they're looking for a woman. Interesting. So three dudes in a van. Though, the kid interrupts and gives the speech off, and then runs off. I think. Look, it just the kid's kind of funny, right? You know, the kid's name is Amon. Huh? That's a name that sounds familiar. No, he's not the ancient deity that gives Black Adam his powers. No, he's named after him though. Yes, I have the acronym in front of me because I didn't remember it. Because of course I don't. Anyway, weirdly enough, anyway, so they make it through, and ow. Anyway, they go through. They end up driving off. Like it turns out, the kid's mom and uncle and two others, um, are the ones in the car, right? Adriana, Karim, Samir, and Ishmael. I'm like reading the. I have the cast open now, because his name's hard. This is the first introduction of all these characters, for the most part. I can't be expected to remember them all. So I guess they drive off into through the night because the movie starts off at night. So during the day, they go off into like the mountains and whatnot, um, and they go to a tomb, or what seems to be a tomb, right? Um, they're ambushed, and one of the dudes dies. I forget what the name of the dude is. I think it's Samir. Cause anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, Samir gets tossed off a cliff for some reason. Um, Now Adriana successfully finds and grabs onto the thing, but they're also ambushed. And turns out Ishmael's part of the group, and he's the mastermind. And we find out that like 3 scenes later. So I'm just gonna skip to that and then come back. Right. So Riot's about to kill Adriana. She reads off the inscription on the floor that was on the floor and says the name Shazam. And in comes Teth Adam, who is supposedly the champion. Is he? Is he not? Who knows yet? Of course, I know. I've seen the ending of the movie. But yeah, enter Teth Adam, who is the supposed champion. Magic has a weird way of things. We don't actually know. We actually don't. At this point in the movie, we don't. We don't know anything. All we know is she summoned a dude with the crest, with the Wizards of Shazam's crest. Anyway. Wow. Okay. So Teth Adam proceeds to then beat the ever living shit out of all of these inner gang dudes and instinctually saves Adriana. He sees her in trouble and boom, zaps it with lightning. I love how Teth Adam and Billy Batson's powers are the same. Then again, the same group of wizards are the ones who gave both their powers, so it's it makes sense. Um, yeah, Billy Batson's on my head because the Shazam: Fear of the Gods preview was right before the movie. Anyway, he goes off, beats up all the Inner Gang members. He gets knocked out in the process because an Eternium missile thing, hits him and knocks him on his ass. Um, Now, this unfortunately set off a red flag for the worst kind of human in government. Enter Amanda Waller and Carter Hall, played by Aldous Hodge. And oh my goodness, I am so happy that Aldous Hodge is in this movie. I did not know this. I only knew that Dwayne Johnson was in the movie. Everyone else I did not know about. I love seeing Aldous Hodge in just media in general. Obviously, I know him from Leverage. Maybe that's not as obvious since I didn't cover the Leverage sequel thing that I really was supposed to, but completely forgot about. Anyway, moving on. Enter Carter Hall, the Hawkman. And she says, "You need a team." And he's like, "We got Atom Smasher, play Al Rothstein." Atom Smasher. Well, his nephew Al, not the original Al. Still Atom Smasher. We got Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate himself. And finally, last but certainly not least, Maxine Hunkel, Cyclone. That is the team that Carter has amassed for himself as the Justice Society. So we got both the Justice Society and the Justice League in this universe. Interesting. Where the fuck were the Justice Society when the world was ending? Holy shit. Anyway. We know where Teth Adam was. He was asleep. Um. Anyway, so they head off to Kondak, and while this is happening, um, Teth Adam wakes up, and Amon tries to get him to be the hero. Talk about how you're the champion and whatnot. Um, he is not having any of it. So when he starts to leave, and he heads towards the statue of what maybe him, maybe not. Could be. It does look like him, somewhat. There's a couple key differences here, but it does look somewhat like him. Interesting. It's not an exact match, but it's it's pretty close though. Weird. Death Adam is the champion, is he not? Anyway, moving on from that. Amon goes off and finds the dumbass Intergang member from earlier in the movie, steals his walkie-talkie and says, "Hey, guess what? Kondak has its hero." It goes all the way until he's like right underneath. He does the little hand thing where it's like this and shouts for Teth Adam. Now, Intergang agent whose name did they even tell us? I see Intergang squad leader, and I'm pretty sure this is the dude. No, this dude's bald. Whatever. Um. Oh, Checkpoint Mercenary 2. He doesn't even have a name. I literally scrolled down to find this dude's name because I'm like, I feel bad calling him Intergang dude. Apparently, he's not even important enough to give a name. Anyway, Intergang dude, Checkpoint Mercenary number 2 on the cast list, is about to kill Amon. Now his mom comes in and saves him, but then, oh wait a minute, I know you. You're the woman I'm after. Oh shit. And then Teth Adam comes in and cleans house. He literally just like lightning snipes all of the people, including Checkpoint Mercenary number 2. Can you name him Bob at least? Come on. Anyway, whatever. So they all die. It's fine. Now a fight does break out, of course, and Teth Adam takes 2 of them up into the sky. Right as the Justice Society show up, right? So this is great. It's like, hey, I think we've made it. I'm like, really? The helmet tell you that? Talk about the helmet of fate. And he's like, no, I don't know many people can do that. He's pointing out towards Death Adam, which is funny as fuck. I love Cat Nelson. Anyway, so Death Adam does his thing. He drops them, and of course Carter's like, oh shit. He just skydives down, and out comes his wings, and Shay goes full Hawkman, saves the people. A fight breaks out where Teth Adam wins. He literally beats up Carter, Maxine, Al, and Kent. And the people of Kondak are like, long live the champion! Long live the champion! Long live the champion! I fucking love that chant. Anyway, so it is obviously they're like, hey, yeah, he's our dude, man. This is our dude. And Kent does save Adriana and Amon from Maxine, technically. Her windy powers, her powers are amazing. I love her powers. Her character's amazing. Her character as well, amazing. I love it. But she put 2 civilians in danger. But Kent saved them, so it's all good. Nobody got hurt. Right? All's well that is well. No harm, no foul. But when Kent touched Adriana's bag, he sensed the crown of Sabak. What's the Sabak? Oh no, that's Sab. Satan, Aim, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Krateus? Huh. Anyway, so those are the 6? No, it's 6. Oh. One listed in Shazam. Interesting. The 6 demon lords of hell. Cool. Anyway, that's out of the way. There's your acronym. I'm not gonna say it ever again. Um, he sends her the crown of Sabak, and he's like, "Oh, you have it, you have it, you have it." She does not. So an argument breaks out between Kent, Carter, and Adriana, where she's like, "Nah, fuck y'all. We spent 27 years apparently under occupation by a bunch of Westerners. Get gone. Like who the fuck do y'all think you are?" Kind of thing. Um, now Amon has gone home with the crown. Where it is revealed that Ishmael is alive, and he shoots Kareem. Well, shit. Anyway, while this is happening, Carter, the Justice Society, Adriana, and Teth Adam are having a conversation, for lack of a better word. They find common ground in "I want to beat you up" between Teth Adam and Carter Hall. Ain't that fun? Oh, and Kent teleports Al's bucket of chicken away for some reason. I don't get it. Anyway, in the background, him and Maxine just getting along really well is fun. I don't think anything comes of it, like in general. I know this movie's a bit too action paced for romance, but who knows? Anyway, so the reason why she agreed to more or less be an intermediary, I should mention, is because apparently in some ancient texts, it describes him as having lost control of his powers, and that is what took down Kandak, 5,000 years ago. Or almost 5,000 years ago. It's 2600 BC versus 2022 AD. Anyway, he does admit to it that he did lose control, and he calls his powers a curse and something born of rage. Then when Amon calls his mom and says, "Ishmael's alive, he's after the crown, come save me," Adriana sends Teth Adam to save her son. Now, he doesn't fail, but he doesn't succeed. He manages to get him not shot, but Amon is kidnapped by Ishmael, who no longer has the crown for some reason. Yeah, I don't understand where he put the crown, but he put the crown somewhere, and then it somehow ended up in his mom's possession. Oh yeah. Okay, so Ken is kind of sort of comforts Adriana when she's like blaming herself for what happened to her son. Loving parents, they want what's best for the kids. Kind of jealous, but I mean, also not. Like, their studio was destroyed. Their home was literally destroyed. Anyway, so now Hawkman does bring 2 other people. He's like, "Here's the benefit of not killing your prisoners. You can get information out of them." And so Death Adam takes them up into the sky, threatens to drop one of them if they don't answer, waits for Carter to get up to him, drops one, gets the answer, drops the other. He timed it so that Carter could catch both. Anyway, also Teth Adam learns about sarcasm now. Anyway, he's like, "Well, yeah, I waited for you to get up there, didn't I? No, everyone's alive." And then a fight breaks out between the 2 of them because of course it does. Oh yeah, and Adriana did try and beat up the criminals before Teth Adam took him up top, which is funny. Man can be very gentle when he wants to be, because he kind of gently pulled her back from beating them up, and then took him up. It's just like, see, sometimes violence is not the answer. He didn't punch him. He took him up top and then dropped them. There was no violence involved. I don't know which one these intergang goons prefer more: getting beaten to death, or being dropped from a great height and then saved by a superhero. Anyway, so a fight breaks out, and with it, Teth Adam reveals the crown when he punches it. And after that, like, she just puts her foot down, right? Adriana puts her foot down. It's like, no, you all are gonna work together. I don't give a flying fuck. You're gonna save my son first and foremost, right? Which is great. Go, Adriana. Best mom. Best mom this movie. Anyway, they then go to the secret hideout of the villains, you know, Ishmael and goons. Okay. Someone went outside and touched grass. Love to see it. I didn't touch grass. I was outside, but I didn't touch grass. Anyway, uh but yeah, so they go to save Amon. Someone has control of it. I'm very confused as to what happened. Who's controlling it? Um Someone has like a remote button thing that's used to control it, the force field, and they let Adriana in. Kent and Carter tried to stop her. They got their asses they got blocked by Teth Adam. Then Ishmael revealed a very interesting tidbit. Teth Adam, back in the day, broke down crying when someone named Harut died. Who is Harut? Interesting. It's a name that's gonna come back to that's gonna be a name for later, right? Anyway, right before he goes and shoots Amon. Now, the barrier then goes down because whoever has the remote presses it. Carter and um Teth Adam. I don't know why I just brain derped and couldn't remember his name. It's right in front of me too. Go in. So you got Teth Adam managing to block the bullet, and then in a full-on rage, whoom, unleashes lightning like no tomorrow. Now it does knock out Amon, which um unfortunate. Kent had managed to save him at the last second, but he still got hit, kind of sort of hit. And so he tells Adriana he's fine because you know, obviously we got Carter covering up Adriana, Al covering up Maxine, all is well. Ishmael's dead. Oops. Anyway, Teth Adam admits to he's when Canton said he's been hit, where and his mom asks, Adriana asks where Amon got shot. He's like, he didn't get shot. It's like, then how? Teth Adam admits by me and flies away. Carter follows after him and questions him, who is Harut? Teth Adam then tells the story of his son, who was a true hero. Y'all remember in the beginning of the movie, I kind of glossed over it because I was like, oh, we get the story of a champion. The champion is Harut, who was summoned via, you know, given the power of heroes of Eld and all that. That one was Harut. It wasn't Teth Adam. Harut, after his mother Shura's death, gave his father the powers of Shazam, and then got killed by the king's assassins, leading to Teth Adam going to the castle, losing his shit, and boom, explosion. And then getting sealed by the wizards, which fuck you, wizards. But also not fuck you, because it's a good thing you sealed him for 5,000 years in a tomb, because it kind of saved the day, or needs to save the day. You know, he deleted Ishmael from existence, burn him to a crisp. Anyway, he Carter's like, look, I know I can't stop you. Only you can stop you. And after the story, he's like, look, some people aren't meant to be heroes. I will say the words, but you need to make sure I never say it again. And Shazam. He goes back to being his not big and muscular self, and skinny Teth Adam, apparently. It goes back to being normal sized, and he's taken to a Task Force X black site. And then they go, but while this is happening, it turns out the inscription on the crown is meant to be red mirrored. Not life leads to death, but death leads to life. Ishmael has managed to get himself, by getting killed by Teth Adam with the powers of Shazam, sent to the Rock of Finality, where he meets the 6 demon lords. And they grant him power and tells them to call their name, and he does. Sabak. He's now a demon thing in the ocean, goes towards the throne. Now, Carter is supposed to die in this fight. But Kent, being Dr. Fate, has found a third option. Besides, the world ends, Carter dies, option 3. He's found an option 3. That option 3 is his death. And so he, hard like hologram, surrounds Sabak, comes in, beats the ever-living shit, gets his ass handed to him repeatedly, and releases Teth Adam, who, in a moment of near death, is reunited his family, but his son says, it is not yet your time. Say the words. Say the word. His son is telling, Harut is telling his father, say the words of power. And he does. Shazam! And he flies off. Whoo, boom. And then it's a fight. Ishmael versus Teth. Shazam versus Sabak. Who will come out on top? Now, the Helmet of Fate is still around, and Carter does use it to create copies of himself, although one of them dies. Similar to the scene we kept seeing throughout the movie, that Kat kept seeing of Carter's death. Interesting. But yeah, the third option is Carter dies but doesn't. Barely. Anyway, he's like, I learned this from an old friend. And then just like bunch of Hawkmans. It was fucking badass. Anyway, then they managed to pin down Sabak, and Teth. I got tired of saying his full name. Boom! Just zaps him, takes him up, and literally rips him in two. And I'm like, it's a good thing this man's already dead. Otherwise, that would be gruesome. And gory as all fuck. Anyway, with that, they have come to terms. Carter has come to terms with, oh yeah, and then on the outside, Adriana, Kareem, Amon all gathered up the people of the city, and they beat up a bunch of undead. That was so minor, I completely forgot about it. So when Amon and Kareem and Adriana show back up at the castle, Carter tells them, you're responsible for him. Make sure he doesn't go too off the rails. because of that darkness. And Agent response is that darkness is what allows him to do what must be done. Um, right. So character development for Carter. He's finally understood that mm, Teth Adam is not a hero. He is a protector. He's not meant to, be a shining beacon of hope and whatnot. He's meant to protect the people of Kondak at all costs. That is his role as the champion of Kondak. He's meant to protect that area at all costs. All costs includes killing. So he's like, all right, see you around, kind of thing, right? I don't. What did he say, Black Adam? Anyway, so the Justice Society, what remains of them, leaves. The Helmet of Fate disperses once its job is done, and as they're talking, they're like, "Hey, maybe you should lead the people." And he sits on the throne, and when asked how does it feel, he's like, "Wrong." Boom! Flies up, smashes the throne, and he's like, maybe Teth Adam is a little old fashioned. He's asked, "What do you want to be named?" He smiles, and the credits roll. Now, the mid credit scene is Amanda Waller appearing holograph like. She's like, "Ah, Black Adam, if you leave Kondak, I will send those out of this world at you." And just the smugness on the suit. He's like, "Bring him on," and in comes a man we thought was gone from our big screen. A man I am so happy to see once more. A man whose movie is rumored to get a sequel soon-ish. They're working on it. Enter the Man of Steel himself, Superman. Apparently, he needs to talk with Black Adam. And that is the movie. Now, 30 minutes of me droning on for a 2-hour movie. Yikes. To be fair, 1 hour show is like 15 minutes, so hey, it works. Anyway, now I'm sure you're all like, get on over it, John. What's that rating? Tell us. Give us that number. I won't let you wait any longer. This movie was absolutely perfect in every way. Now you might be like, wait, John, I thought you don't like character development deaths. See, Kent Nelson's death is not a character development death. Kent Nelson, part of his character, the core of Kent Nelson's character, and Dr. Fate as a whole, is sacrifice for the world. That's just who Kent Nelson and Dr. Fate both are. So him sacrificing himself for the world and for his friend. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at them bringing a page from literally every form of media Kent Nelson is in. I don't think there's a form of media where Kent Nelson shows up that the man survives for long. He always ends up dead somehow. So I really can't be mad at that. And plus, it's just the way the avatars of order work, right? The avatars of chaos are immortal, unending, always around from time immemorial, and the avatars of order, they have generations, as it were. So this generation, Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, is gone. It's all good. It ended pretty well, honestly. So yeah, I may not like Perfect Death, but yeah, this is a perfect movie. It is a perfect 10 out of 10. It is definitely better than Shang-Chi, which I gave a 9.9, because little nitpicky thing, Bruce being there without being in Hulk form, which was weird, but then it got explained in She-Hulk, and I was just like, that makes She-Hulk better than... You need to see the first episode of She-Hulk before you can watch Shang-Chi. That's what that means. because it gets explained in the first episode, which is I'm like, wait, did I really wait like almost a year to find out the explanation for this shit? What the hell? Anyway, yeah. The movie is a 10 out of 10. Go watch it if you haven't. Considering this is day one, you probably haven't. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the movie down in the comment section down below. That's good for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe for new. I will see you guys next time. And as always, stay bright. I believe next time is Stargirl. Next week's episode. Fun.